Yeah!
Welcome to the What's Update. I'm Xander. Let's get started. In a recent study, sociology researchers at The Ohio State University found that members of Gen X and millennials exhibited poorer overall physical health and much higher levels of unhealthy behaviors such as substance abuse, alcoholism, and tobacco use. Research also indicated greater levels of depression and anxiety than previous generations. When asked for comment, Gen X replied, "You're adorable." Not to be outdone, Gen Z added, it's kind of hard to measure an increase in mental illness when we're already at maximum capacity, bitches." In a 52-48 vote, the Senate confirmed Dr. Rachel Levine as President Biden's pick for Assistant Secretary of Health. Dr. Levine is the first openly transgender person confirmed by the Senate to a federal position.
Woo.
After enduring hours of intense grilling about her qualifications, I'd like to imagine that one of Dr. Levine's first items will be to design a new eye chart for alleged board-certified ophthalmologist and ramen spokesmodel, Senator Rand Paul. Okay, Senator, could you cover your right eye and read the chart for me? L, G, B, T, Q, OK. Well, how about that?
Yeah.
While on the subject of people with an anti-trans agenda, in spite of well-known TERF enthusiast J.K. Rowling, Avalanche Software announced that the upcoming Hogwarts Legacy video game will have transgender characters. The game will allow you to choose everything about your character's appearance, including what gender they identify with, if they choose to identify with one at all. The motto of this new foray into the wizarding world of Harry Potter should be a witch, despite that bitch.
Yep.
And speaking of bitches, former President Donald Trump sent cease and desist letters to at least 3 Republican organizations: the Republican National Committee, the National Republican Congressional Committee, and the National Republican Senatorial Committee. All received letters demanding they stop using his name and likeness to fundraise. Not far behind, Melanie has been sending letters demanding the removal of Donald's name and likeness from all of her wedding pictures. A waxwork figure of Donald Trump had to be removed from display in San Antonio because people kept punching it in the face. According to the San Antonio Express News, Louis Tussaud's Waxworks in Alamo Plaza decided to pack away the dummy after it suffered damage from both punches and scratches to its face. For word on the state of the dummy's crotch, we were referred to Melanie, who hasn't returned our calls. A recent report says that former White House doctor and current Texas Congressman Ronnie "President Trump has incredible genes" Jackson drank and acted inappropriately on the job. According to the report, Jackson kept sloppy medical records, cursed at and bullied his subordinates, drank and took sleeping pills on the job, and sexually harassed a woman. There's no forgiving the other stuff, but honestly, if I had to see Trump naked at least once a year, I'd definitely drink and take sleeping pills too. Oh wait, quick, somebody check on Melanie! Wait. Was that 3 Melania as Melanie jokes in a row? You're damn right it was. You're welcome. A second voting machine company has filed a $1 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox News, alleging that the network aired false claims about voting machines during the 2020 election to boost ratings. Dominion Voting Systems has filed a $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit, which is separate from the suit filed in February by Smartmatic for $2.7 billion. Fox isn't worried, however. After all, what's a few $1 billion when they're rolling in all that MyPillow and pre-lubed catheter money? Lawmakers in Mexico have approved a bill to legalize recreational marijuana. This move may lead to Mexico becoming the world's largest cannabis market, and means that the United States will have pot-selling neighbors to the north and south. Wait, hold on a second. Is this what they meant by the Green New Deal? Aw, dude. Everything's so green. In other gardening news, officials finalized a deal to legalize recreational marijuana in New York State paving the way for a potential $4.2 billion industry. Governor Andrew Cuomo struck an agreement with lawmakers in Albany to legalize cannabis for adults 21 and older, a move that officials hope will help end years of racially disproportionate policing on Black and Hispanic people, and a move that Cuomo hopes will help high people forget the other bogus things he's done, dude. Citigroup, one of the world's largest banks, announced Zoom-free Fridays as a new end-of-week tradition for its workers. In a memo sent to employees, the bank's new chief executive, Jane Fraser, announced the plan to combat the fatigue of many employees that spend hours upon hours throughout the week on video calls. There has not, however, been any word from Fraser on the status of the long-running Citibank tradition of Soulless Mondays. Speaking of things without souls, Georgia's Republican Governor, Brian Kemp, signed a bill severely restricting voting rights in Georgia. You know, Georgia, where Trump kept calling the Secretary of State to find votes. The restrictions in SB10 include such voter suppression measures as shortened absentee ballot timelines, Dropbox restrictions, and making it illegal to bring food or water to voters standing in long lines to cast a ballot. Let's be clear, everybody. Georgia just made it illegal for Black people to share water at a polling site, but they appear to be perfectly fine with white people sharing ammo with unsuspecting Asian women.
Oh.
In his first solo press conference since taking office, President Biden answered questions from reporters who, after the verbal incontinence of the last president, seemed a bit thirsty, if you ask me. Mr. President, I'd like to ask you a question about the border, which is actually 3 questions about the facilities, which are a subsequent 8 questions about migrant children, but what I really want to talk to you about is the filibuster. As it turns out, Biden did talk about the filibuster, which requires 60 votes to pass legislation in the Senate, and said it was being abused in a gigantic way, and that he would be open to more aggressive steps to limit or abolish it, including getting back to the old ways of a politician actually having to stand there and talk without a break if they wanted to hold things up. Now look, Moscow Mitch, just because your crusty old ass put a quarter on the machine and called next doesn't mean you own the entire damn arcade.
Yeah.
When it's your turn, get up there like everybody else, and let's see how long you can go before you stop talking or piss yourself. Then you're done. Game over, Shartality.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of awful in the world, so we decided to bring you a little bit of sunshine with a new segment we are calling Noise. Marine Colonel Anthony Henderson, a combat-tested Iraq and Afghanistan veteran, is being promoted to Brigadier General. What's unusual is that Colonel Henderson is an African-American man with combat command experience and has a chance of rising to the highest level in the United States Marine Corps, a military branch that, in its 245-year history, has never had a 4-star officer who was not a white male. After being passed up 3 times in the past 4 years, Colonel Henderson was placed on the list of 9 colonels to be granted a coveted 1 star. That was signed by President Biden. Sir, congratulations, sir! I would salute, but I know enough about military protocol to not salute indoors. Good on you, Colonel Henderson. Good on you. So stick around. We'll be right back.